We are living in the greatest time in the history of the world for entrepreneurs. Self starting, ambitious entrepreneurs can educate themselves almost entirely for free online. I can tell you, when I started out 35 years ago in business, when starting my first business and opening up, you had to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get information you can get on YouTube, that you can get on free courses, in books, all kinds of different things. It's just amazing what's happened in the last even 10 years. I mean, for 23 years, I sold $1 million training contracts to $1 billion corporations to help turn around low and mid performing teams and help them increase sales and market share. And we charged them millions of dollars to do this. And effectively, we're giving a lot of that information away in the last, we've been doing that probably the last couple of years, like most other consulting firms around the world are, because that's just the way the world has gone. Well, the reason I'm saying this is because as an entrepreneur, I hope you're taking advantage of these opportunities, especially you younger entrepreneurs that don't know the old world where we didn't have this kind of free training. We had to go fly across the country, fly across the world, go to hotels, spend money we typically didn't have in the beginning, put it on credit cards at 22% interest. This is all at your fingertips. If you're not educating yourself as an entrepreneur online, you're not really trying. So I say all that to say this, that in the shutdown during COVID, when we couldn't go out and talk to companies and I couldn't give speeches anywhere, no one could, of course, I went in the studio in Atlanta and I filmed a course called freementaltoughnesscourse.com. And I can tell you, for the information that I provide in this free course, I won't even tell you how much we've charged for it over the years, for 23 years, all over the world, a lot. So you can take advantage of it. And that's why I just wanted to mention it to you, because two things, really, two messages here. One, if you're a new entrepreneur or you're an entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, take advantage of education, because as an entrepreneur, educating yourself daily, that's how we succeed. We kick, we scratch, we do whatever we can for the information. Now you don't really have to because it's online, and that's the point. But most of it anyway. And a lot of it's free. But the point is that you've got to educate yourself on a daily basis. You've got to keep up. You got to be a little ahead of the curve. And then what happens is the more you educate yourself, the more you dial into the problems of your customers or your clients. And then all of a sudden you wake up at 3 a.m. as an entrepreneur and think, wait a second, if I gave them this solution, it would solve this problem. And no one's out there doing it because you're so educated in that one area. You're so dialed into it. You're so in tune with it that you're splitting hairs to find solutions no one else can see because they're not as educated in the process as you are. All of a sudden you start solving problems like that. Let me tell you, if you're a new entrepreneur, you are one solution away from earning more money than you know what to do with. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm not. Fortunes are made by entrepreneurs that solve problems. When I found out I was making $40,000 a year as a mental toughness coach to teams like the Florida Marlins baseball team, Miami Marlins now, Boston Celtics, all these high-level athletes that loved what I did, but they didn't want to pay me much. $40,000 a year, and I had high-profile clients. When I learned to take that and tweak it to change it around and sell $1 million training contracts to $1 billion corporations, I became wealthy almost overnight. Just because it was a tweak, because I was tuned in. And I'm just a minnow success story compared to some of the people that have, the entrepreneurs that are out there making serious money. People like Elon Musk and, big names like that who are making, billions of dollars. But the point is all the same. You educate yourself to the point where you're so finely tuned into the problem that you're creating new and innovative solutions that no one else can really see. Something to really think about. It's a big deal as an entrepreneur. It's really what we do, but education is the heart of it. So I want you to take this free course. It's completely free, as it says, freementaltoughnesscourse.com. Take this little mini course. It's very short. You get one email. You get an email every day, and you just watch a little bit of it every day. It's pretty short, but it'll give you the foundation of psychological performance training that it took me 35 years to learn and then to sell to major companies all around the world. So take the course. I know you'll enjoy it, and then continue to educate yourself as an entrepreneur to look for new solutions to old problems.